Ken, it's a pleasure having you on the Convo God platform. What is your ethnicity?
I am African, originally born in Congo.
For those who don't know, there exist two Congos: the Republic of the Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo. What is the difference between the two?
So the main difference is when they were colonized. So the Democratic Republic of Congo was colonized by the Belgians, and then the Republic of Congo was colonized by the French. So when they were created, our Congo DRC was called the Congo Free State by the Belgians King Leopold, and then the other Congo was the Republic of Congo by the French.
Okay. Describe to me your culture.
So our culture, we're big on music and fashion. There's many cultures within our own culture itself. We have a fashion thing called Le Sap, where we really focus on dressing up and being very formal. If you know a lot about Congolese people, we like to wear very flamboyant outfits. So suits, bow ties, colorful suits, things that pop to grab your attention when you wear. We're very common to wearing, yellow, blue suits, pink suits with experience, different designs to pop at you. Our culture is not. I won't say we're arrogant, but we take very pride. We're very prideful about where we're from and the things that come from where we're from.
I have a Nigerian friend that describes his people as proud people. So, would you describe your people just like how you describe as very fashion people?
Yeah, I think we're very prideful. I think that's most African countries. We take pride in where we're from because a lot of us who are from there and didn't come to America in the way of slavery or so, we're able to hold on to our culture, hold on to a lot of pieces that make us who we are, and from where we are, kind of cultivate something from it. A lot of people that come from America have a bad taste about Africans critiquing certain things about Americans, but in the same essence, the ones that even came from the boat, a lot of the things that they exemplify come from their original heritage of being back home. So that's what I would say is our what we carry as pride.
Have you ever visited your home country?
No, I have not since I've left. I tried to during the pandemic, but a lot of people got bought with COVID and malaria around that time. There was a huge breakout, so I wasn't able to make the trip yet. But hopefully, within the next year, I should be able to go.
What are some long term and short term effects do you feel like visiting your home country will have on you?
Short summer effects from just other family members and people I know going back is that they get the opportunity to feel like what it's free to live free. In America, you're kind of stuck in I describe it as a hamster wheel of working, paying bills, and not really having the freedom to actually enjoy life. A lot of people when they go back home, they feel more free. They're able to kind of just relax and breathe. People work back home, but it's like you work, but you know what you're getting out of the work. In America, it's like you work, but you're just working to pay a bill, if that makes sense. But back home, it's like you work so that you're able to buy this land, to build this house, and your kids to have this to provide for school. In America, it's kind of like you already have public schooling. So it's like you're working to pay for bills and food that keeps getting more expensive, where you don't really experience that as often, at least from what people tell me back home.
What foods are common in Congo?
Oh, Congolese food is a lot of street food. So we have like thomson, which is basically fried fish in a certain way. We put in like a cage thing and we fry the fish. Best type of fish you can eat, in my personal opinion. We have kwanga. A lot of people would compare it to fufu. It's more like a doughy food that you eat with like soups and meats. We do a lot of grilling stuff. We have taba. We have fried. I mean, not fried chicken, but chicken. We have pondu. We're very very big on like the side dishes like pondu, fumbwa, all types of soups. And then we also do like fried salted fish. We call it makayabu, which is like the salted fish fried. We usually eat it like I can give you a whole dish. We'll eat pondu, makayabu with fumbwa, makayabu fumbwa or kwanga, and we'll eat it like that. And that's like a whole meal, and it's the best.
Mm. How would you rank your country's food among the rest of the African continent?
I mean, I'll be biased to say I feel like we top five, but that's just from what I eat. That's a personal preference. I haven't eaten everybody else's food. I have tried Nigerian food. I've tried Togolese food. I've tried Cameroonian food. Um, I would say, I'll give everyone the benefit of doubt once I try everyone else to see where they rank. But as of right now, as it sits and stands, I think Congolese is top five because whenever I eat Congolese food, it feels like I'm at home, and then you're full. You're not expected to overindulge. You can, but it's like you can take a small plate and it'll be a good meal, and you'll be satisfied at the end of you eating.
What are some pros about the Congolese culture?
The pros about the Congolese culture is we thrive on family and being there for one another. A lot of things that we go through, we build our own communities wherever we are. And that's the one thing I'm proud to say is Congolese. Like you can go to a small part of any state or region in the U.S. If there's at least one or two Congolese people there, you can build a community from there. We're big on building a knit community and connecting with each other wherever we're at. For example, when my family first came to the U.S., they found jobs solely by finding other Congolese people. All the Congolese people worked at the Cab Farmers Market. So you reach out to one Congolese person, you got a job at the Cab Farmers Market. You want to grow in your career, so and so works at this factory that's Congolese. Reach out to their mom, they can help you get a job. We're never in the space of where like we're gonna gatekeep what resources we have. As long as we respect you as a Congolese, we know your family background. You're not gonna do us no wrongdoing. We're always willing to open door to continue building our Congolese community in specific areas.
What are some cons about your culture?
Uh, the biggest con I'll say is the fact that a lot of our stuff is patriarch is that the right I think it's the right term, patriarch based. A lot of the men don't know how to lead, and the way they've led has not been the best. I'll just say historically, if you just kind of look at all of the things that's happened in Congo over time, um they've been a lot of bad decisions that I feel, me personally, if it was left into a woman's hands to kind of make some of those decisions, Congo itself would be better off. We've left to take that stance of power and over abuse it over time, and that's kind of what destroyed our progress over time.
I know a few Congolese individuals: Mutombo, Serge Ibaka, Jonathan Kumanga from the Warriors, and many don't know, but Wemby Yama. Did I say his name right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, many don't know that he's actually, on paper, he's from French, but his father is actually Congolese. But you mind filling me in on, some of these Congolese individuals from not just from the sports world, but from all walks of life?
Yeah, so we're multifaceted. The big thing we are is being creatives. Sports is big. We have a lot of Congolese people that play soccer. We have a few people that are in the English Premier Leagues. I don't know the names for sure. I've seen them. I just can't get the names off the top of my head, but I know we have a lot of Congolese players that play soccer in Europe, in the English Premier League, French Premier League, and as well as the German Premier League. We're bigger and more in like the fashion scene and music. We have big artists like Fali Papa, Kofi Olamide, Jibe Piana, just to name a few. Inos B, to name a few. And then fashion, we have a few stylists that focus on fashion. I've worked Fashion Week and have styled a lot of celebrities. Chris Brown's personal stylist, can I remember his name? I think it's like Swerve or something like that. He's Congolese, and he takes pride in being Congolese on his profile. And he styled Chris Brown a few times, even Gunna, and has hosted on Paris Fashion Week and stuff like that. So we're all over the place. We're more centered in music and fashion and entertainment, just because that's kind of where we thrive creativity wise.
Give me a famous Congolese quote.
So Congolese quote wise, I don't know any. I know our national quote is "Justice, peace, and work." I don't know if it's in French. It says "Justice by travail." Travail means work. Um, that's one of the Congolese quotes I know. A quote that I picked up from someone that's Congolese that was my mentor when I was younger. He used to always tell me, always focus on your grass so you don't notice that theirs is blue. So kind of just focusing on the path that you're on and the things you have going on. no matter what's going on in their circumstances, that has nothing to do with what your life is.
Okay. And lastly, what is Congo's national animal?
Congo's national animal. I actually don't know. I think it's the leopard, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is the leopard. Our previous president wore leopard hats. Our flag previously had a leopard. I'm 80% sure it's a leopard just because of King Leopold also. I don't know if I'm right there. All
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you, Ken, for this wonderful discussion.
right, thank you for having me.